Namaste, I'm Kamala Devi, and this is day 20 on my European summer vacation. And I'm here at Tamera, which is in Portugal, a peace research center. It's actually a visionary social experiment around sustainable living and enlightened loving. And I've been studying very deeply with Dieter Duhm, the founder, and I want to talk a little bit about free love. So that's the subject of this video, but I don't want to take it out of context of the whole vision, which is to restructure a peaceful society. And so for the last 40 years, there has been this community that's been engineering and experimenting and exploring new ways of governance and politics and economics and art and communication and like all of the very necessary things like water and food and communication with the animals and how to raise the children. I mean, it is really, truly a holistic global vision, and they're very much peace activists as well. And so it's important that you note that the free love is part of that. In fact, Dieter Duhm says you can't have a peaceful society without free love, because the alternative is when we have possession and we have a sense of lack and controlling of the sexual energy. And so the vision, the free love vision, is actually one in which it still values trust deeply and also community, communication, total honesty, but it doesn't allow for like contracts and to confine and restrict one's love. And they have the saying, jealousy doesn't belong to love, which is very confronting for me. I'm obviously polyamorous, and I've shared some about my natural, what I consider this natural animal like impulse, which is very jealous, and that made me a little skeptical always of this free love, because it like doesn't necessarily give me space or permission to take things as slowly as I'd like so that I feel safe. So I've always seen my relationships as a love laboratory and explored how I can love as much as possible within, agreements and boundaries. And those two paradigms seem to conflict for me until, I've been studying with Dieter Duhm, and I'm now aware of more of a continuum, that these two poles aren't as different. It's just that here in a community where there's a lot of support, it may be possible to have this enlightened, loving, free love space, because the morphogenic genetic field actually supports that. But in our nuclear households with our violent society, like there's a huge gap between our consciousness and our programming, our animal nature, our jealousy. And I'm actually seeing that polyamory is a wonderful intermediary step to help us consensually communicate and create like a transitional model, to create structures that feel safe so that we can stretch and grow. And what we're growing towards is more and more freedom, more and more trust. But in the meantime, and it may take lifetimes, because I don't think I'll ever be able to just totally let go, of all of my need to control or have agreements. But in the meantime, polyamory is a wonderful study of the science of relationships and how to apply that in everyday life. So that's just some insights from the field. And if you want to know more about Tamera, go to tamera.org. And if you want to hear more about polyamory, I'd love to offer you some free gifts at kamaladevi.com. And I look forward to talking to you soon. Thank you.